Hey guys, welcome to my next video. Today I'm doing a game review for a couple games. I played recently. I played two games in a row where I got intermediates off of players moving out to a3 with their bishop. Both of them kind of cool. So I was like, hey, let's just run through these real quick. So my opponent opens with e3 and I decide to play the Polish, which I don't play very often. So I don't really know exactly what I'm doing outside of I play against it a lot as white. So like maybe I'll copy what some other people do, maybe not, I don't know. So my opponent played g3 and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'll just bring out my knight. And then he brings his queen down. And I was like, I don't want him to kill this piece, so I'll just push it up. And then he captures my knight. And then I kind of get into this spot where my bishop's covering this piece. I can't really uncover it. It's a pretty big threat, which means I know that like this is coming and we're going to trade. And I'm anticipating that then this is going to come out. So sure enough, we take those two pieces. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need, if he pushes up this pawn, I'm going to get my bishop out. And so I feel like I need to keep my knight here so that I can get an intermediate and I can target this uncovered piece. But I wasn't really paying too close attention because what I didn't notice is that he can actually come out and grab my knight and then push this pawn up, and I'm coming over here, and I believe that's mate. So I was just kind of like, either I'm going to get mated with my bishop or I'm going to get mated with my knight, either one. So I just kind of push up a pawn like in a waiting move, and then he pushes up his pawn, so he didn't grab it. So I'm still in the same spot where like I need to keep my knight here, but it's also making it so I lose. So my thought is, what if I can kind of like get my king over here? Like really I should probably be retreating my knight to avoid that mate. But I don't. And he doesn't see it, so we're going to keep playing. I move my king over, and then he does this. He brings his bishop out to a3, which, again, I'll say it again, it's very dangerous to put your bishops on a3 or h3, especially in a mid game like this where I've got lots of mobility with my bishop, or not my bishop, with my queen, and I've got discovered attacks and all kinds of things lined up here. So when he pulled his bishop out here, I was just looking around like, all right, what can I do? And one of my tactics that I use with the intermediates is that waterfall trick where you get them to move past and then your piece can fall up. So I'm looking at my queen here. If I push this pawn up, I have a discovered attack with my bishop, and then he's going to move past, and then I've got the waterfall with my queen, which is then targeting over here, and I've got basically an additional capture for his rook to have. So I was like, ooh, that's awesome. I'm going for that. So we go ahead and do it. So he's got his first capture. I've got the discovered attack with my bishop on his knight. He's got the second capture. I've got waterfall with my queen. And now doesn't matter which direction he goes, up or down, I'm coming here next regardless. And then he's going to have to kill here, and then he's going to have to kill there. So he's got two kills lined up. So he goes ahead and goes up. And like I said, I open up his rook, capture back, and now I just need to kind of carefully move my pieces around. So this pawn is covered, so I need to move my rook. We come over here, this bishop is covered with both rooks, and it's covering this pawn, so I need to find a space that it's not attacking, so I need to move it. So I just bring it up to give his knight a target. So he captures that, so he's threatening this. So I just slide my rook out of the way. He captures over here, so again threatening here, so I slide this rook out of the way. and then he comes here, and I'm kind of looking like, all right, that's 2 captures, and he's got captures over here and here. Let's just try to simplify it. We'll take away the target from the knight, knowing that I just need to move the pawn up one more time to get it killed. And now at this point, it's just move the pieces to the spots to get him killed, and then he resigns. So it's an awesome intermediate where you use the waterfall with your queen. And I think I've got actually a handful of examples in my intermediate study. So if you guys are on Lee Chess, I'll put a link in the description for my study on intermediates. It's called The Art of the Antichess Intermediates. I've got tons of examples. And in that study, I discuss why it's dangerous to put your pawns on a3 or your bishops on a3 or h3. So, and so then moving on to the next game. So I was just playing in an arena. Very next game, we open up with the same thing. I play the Polish again, kind of just like I'm just messing around, really playing something different. And again, I bring out both knights. We kind of trade some pieces. And then we get to this position, and my opponent gives away his queen. And I just want to say, like, don't ever do this. Like, there's no reason at all to just dump your queen. Like, you don't ever want to just give your queen away for no reason at all. Like, if anything, like, if you're afraid that I'm going to come up here and grab your queen, like, your queen on this space after that is fine because it's attacking here and here, which would weaken my position. Like, I'm going to have to do something about it. Or if you want to hold on to your queen later, you could develop your knight or move the king in front. Like, you can kind of stop it if you want to hold on to it. Although, you're kind of trapping it in there, so, like, maybe you just ignore instead of dumping the queen. But so he dumps the queen, and then he brings out his knight, which is going to end up putting his bishop on a3. I actually capture in the wrong order here. I did that first, which he gets his bishop. I should have captured with my knight here first. That way I would know for sure that he would end up with his bishop on a3. But he captures back, which was a mistake. And in his eyes, and a lot of people's eyes, this bishop they think is safe because it's attacking this square. And it's covered by the king and the bishop and the queen. And if I move up out of the way, then he's attacking the bishop and he's safe. But when I'm looking at it, I'm just going to say, hey, I've got... my queen has an escape route, and I can count that he's just going to kill 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. And so, like, I've got a handful of options. I can bring my queen here. I can bring it here. There's plenty of escape. I go ahead and dump my knight first, and then bring my queen out. And now I just need to capture a bunch of uncaptured or unprotected squares until his bishop ends up in the corner. And they're all lined up perfectly for me to do that. Like, the queens are perfect for intermediates like this, where like, I'm going to shove his knight or shove his bishop all the way to the corner. And then once it's in the corner, I can dump my queen. And now I just need to go ahead and run his bishop. And I've got a few kills lined up in a row, which is going to allow me time to push that h-pawn up. And then when I get my bishop killed, now he's got doubled pawns over there, so there's nothing he can do about it. So so that's mate. So those are the games. Kind of, again, just pointing out the danger of putting your bishops on a3. Just don't do it. And then also, don't dump your queen. Don't just put your queen out to get it killed for no piece at all. Like, you want to at least be trading it at a very minimum. So catch you guys next time.